Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, and welcome back once again to the A-29B Super Tucano mod. An update went out last night, I believe. I grabbed it this morning, and I wanted to show a few things that I see that have already been improved. First of all, in this external model, you see the prop looks a lot better, which a lot of folks should be happy about that. I saw a lot of complaints about it before, but these exhaust pipes coming out of the engine, they look a little better, a little cleaner, a little more natural, metallic, that kind of stuff. The model itself looks a little better. There's still some areas that, I guess could be cleaned up, but I've at least noticed a couple of spots here on the outside that just look cleaner and sharper and smoother. I shouldn't say sharper and smoother at the same time. I mean sharper in that they look better. Smoother because the model is smoother. So those two things mean different. They mean opposite things in some contexts. Here inside, I haven't gone through the startup procedure again, so there may be some differences there. But the main thing internally, let me get my engine up. There we go. The main thing internally is this upfront controller. I think it's technically called something else. Well, here it says UFC, so maybe it is upfront controller. Depends on where you are. But these buttons, they don't look super consistent now, but at least they look like they belong there. And I'm not in the sun where you can kind of see the normal maps or the reflective maps or whatever it was before that was popping it out. But you can't see those if they exist here anymore, but they don't. Like that's been very much cleaned up. I think there have been some additional systems implemented and things like that. But the main thing on that, I didn't necessarily mind the buttons being kind of jacked up the way they look. Mostly, I'm happy that we can. Whoops! I can just hit this. That we can click this for east and this for west now. That's much more intuitive, and that's the way they are labeled now. So if I want to enter a new waypoint, I can. I'm just going to enter a random number here. Let's say I think this is close to a spot that I might use. And now if I want this to be east, which I do, and I click the 6 key, it pops the E in. Before, you had to click the 4 key, so that was backwards. Whoops, hit the wrong button. There we go. That looks right, though. Feet, and this doesn't really matter. There we go. So now we have another waypoint. It's probably not anywhere close to where I want it, but we have a new waypoint. So they've cleaned up that. I think I just put my review video out yesterday, and I figured they were already working on some of this stuff. It's not like they didn't know it existed and needed worked on. So the mod makers have been very responsive though, and I think they've been really on top of things. So let's see, something else I noticed, and I don't know if this is actually a change or if I was just doing something a little bit wrong before, but I believe my wheel brakes weren't really holding before the update. I'd get to about here and they would start slipping. But this is full power. And if we go back to this, we see right here we're at 100% power. So that's something that may not have actually changed, but it seems different. Then another thing that I may have missed before was this. I was looking at my Mach number down here before, and then I would look down here to see my speed, but either that was off the side of the HUD and I wasn't seeing it before, or something, because I just noticed that after I updated the mod. I'm happy to see it there. That's something that I feel like I've kind of needed. Whoops, I didn't have my flaps down. That's okay. Something else that I noticed, and oh, here we have some sun. Let's look at these. Yep, they look good. They look good. Much improved. So yeah, another thing that I may have just missed prior to the update was the speed brake, and right now it should not operate, and I'm hitting the switch and it doesn't operate because I've got that bomb on there. If I remove the bomb, if I jettison it or launch it, the speed brake will extend. So again, I think that was probably operating that way before, but I just wanted to point out that since I've tested that since taking the update, and it works as it should. There we go. Hey, that's cool. I'm very, very happy that that's already been thought of. That's the way that should work. So that's good. Now, real quick, I want to go through something else I noticed that wasn't there before. If I go to SMS, and actually let me turn everything on here. So we have some more options here on rockets. I can edit the release pulses. Now this always confuses me, so I'm not going to explain exactly how this works. I'm going to go back to AG. I just wanted to point out that it's there. You can also change the impact separation in milliseconds. So if I want to put in 500 milliseconds and enter, and then go to pairs, that should impact, I believe that's a half a second apart, 500 milliseconds. I could be wrong. But you would change these release pulses the same way. You would edit that and hit enter if you wanted to. I'm going to go back to AG. We're going to switch over to the MK82. Now it still says pairs. I don't know if it should or not, but we've got some data here set up as if I had multiple bombs, like I would be releasing more than one bomb. So you can edit that. Let's see. We also have, oh, that's not working. We have nose tail. We can switch to nose tail, safe, and nose and tail. That's not functioning right now. It doesn't look like. Let's switch back to the rockets again. Okay, that's fine. There is some added functionality there. I think there are some other pages that have been added, some other systems that have been added as well. But I won't go through those because I haven't really played around with them. Let's see So the damage model's still a little bit off on this guy, which isn't any big surprise. It's still hard for me to aim the guns. We're good. We're solid. I mean, I knew this aircraft was awesome, but oh, those went way off to the side. We put a lot of, oh, we got him. If you fire enough, close enough, you can do the damage. I'm not for sure if the weapon settings did what I thought they were going to do, but I'm just happy we didn't die. So yeah, that seemed legit. Now we'll try the gun. Hopefully it doesn't fire off to the side. It does. Something's going on there. Oh, I see my gun cross there though. It's weird that the pipper doesn't follow. But it's probably something with the way I'm flying. I don't know that that's not a legitimate thing. Because see, if I rudder over, it goes the other way. So that's probably legit. I just feel like when I center that tape up, I'm always turning, and I don't like it.